everyone. What's going on? It is Wednesday, April 7th. Wednesday. That means it's time for another episode of The Masked Singer. And this is episode 5, the Group B Finals. That's right, the Group B Finals. I am so excited. There's so many things we have to talk about. In between me posting yesterday's pre-show video, we've gotten 2 brand new videos that is, there's definitely a game changer that's taking place. And something else happens in this, which I kind of teased, talking about maybe a celebrity freaking out on stage, kind of like panicking a little bit. So we're going to talk about that and more. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. While we're waiting for everyone to join us, make sure you go ahead and you let me know where you're joining us from. I like to see what kind of countries. And while we're doing that, let me grab something so the computer's just a little bit higher up, because I really don't like that low angle. Kind of wish I had a better stand to do this on, but I'm using like a rolly cart. So I'm going to put my, maybe this might, I think that's a little bit better. It's a little uneven, ain't it? There we go. That kind of works. We got Texas, New York, Florida, Maryland, Dallas, Texas, North Carolina, Cape Cod, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Australia. That's overrated junk. We've got Dean from Canada. We have the Grand Prairie, Canada. That's Alyssa. We've got Washington, South Carolina, Ontario. We got Washington, Belize. Hello. We got Ireland. We've got 4 countries so far. Miami, Australia, pretty cool. England, the UK, Austria. Hey, Austria, hope you liked me on the TV show. From the UK, more UKs. France, pretty cool. Toronto again. Latvia, okay. Ireland, Houston, Scotland. Berlin, that's pretty cool. Japan, oh my God, Japan, what time is it over there? Kansas, London, Louisiana. Wow, we've got people from around the world. We got Jamaica. Lauren says, I woke up today with alarms going off in the building. I'm so sorry to hear. So my goodness, we got someone from Rome. That's pretty awesome. We got people from around the world, and we got CJ from New Jersey. Hey, CJ, you're probably not too far away from me. Currently, we have 253 people joining us from at least, as long as I was counting, 11 plus more countries around the world. Thank you so much. Oh, Chile, Elizabeth from Chile. We got 12 now. My God, you guys are so awesome. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Someone says the North Pole, Rio. If you're really from the North Pole, send me a photo on Twitter or Instagram, because I would love to see what your view is of the North Pole, because I've been watching some TikToks of people who live in the North Pole, and it seems really, really cool. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Boy, there were so many things I want to talk to you guys about. A lot has happened since our last live stream. First of all, if you go through all of our videos, you know that we did a reveal video for the Chameleon. Where's he at? He's over here. We did a reveal video for the Chameleon last Friday. If you want to go ahead and watch that video, you have about 54 minutes. Enough time to go back, watch that video, and come back here. We've done 2 real reveal videos. One is the seashell. The other one is the Chameleon, where you're at right over here. And we also did kind of off-camera, I guess you could say, reveals for the RoboPine, because he was wearing the hoodie. And we also did it for the Phoenix, but she was already revealed to be, of course, Jenner. And so, long story short, there's so many amazing things we got to talk about. Before we dive into it, please make sure you are subscribed and you turn on notification. We're still trying to hit 40,000 by the end of the season. We're almost halfway through. So, help me. We're at 37,862. I would love to get to 38 by the end of the night, though I doubt that would actually happen. But hey, push it. Let's do this, guys. I have faith in you and me. So, tonight, we are seeing Group B perform again. It is the Group B Finals. So that means only 4 masks are going to be pushed through to the top. Now, what happened to my Cluedo? Well, Cluedo was on the board, and he decided to jump down. The one thing I wanted to talk to you about the Cluedo is Did you see we finally got a clue for him, which really wasn't a clue? It was them telling us that whoever is under the mask of the Cluedo is someone that has never appeared on this stage. Not as a guest, not as a judge, not as a contestant, and I can't find any tape to put this back on the board right now, can I? Let's just see if this will stay. And so that leads us to believe that it's definitely not Nick Cannon, like you guys were guessing. It's definitely not Joel McHale. I still think my Billie Eilish, not Eilish, I'm sorry, Ives or whatever is Billy on the Street. Potentially it could be him, sorry. One of my many microphones just came crashing down. That's actually one of my cheaper ones. Stay. Oh, I made a big dent in it. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you because a lot of you guys have been guessing that Cluedo was someone we already knew. It's not. It's someone who hasn't been on the show yet, and it's someone who eventually is going to get revealed. I don't know how many clues we're going to get. I don't know how many different kinds of... 1 second. Hey, yes. If you, by the way, if you send me a question on Instagram at Joey Contino during the show or during here, I do answer my questions. It may be a little delayed, but I do get to every single person. But anyway, so I wanted to share the Cluedo with you guys because it's not anyone you think it is, and hopefully soon we start getting some kind of clues on who's under the mask. And I know someone just in the comment section, Joey, your camera's a little bit crooked, and I'm trying to get it straight. I'm using a box to try to get it there, and I keep pulling things out to put it underneath it to get it level, but I can't seem to get it. I actually have a crab with eyes here that I'm going to use and see if that does anything. I don't know if that made it worse or any better. Looks like I got to bring the back up just a little bit. Nope, the other way. The other way. That works. Why not? Anyway, so Gothic Crimson says, I had a dream last night that you were the Cluedo. That's funny. So they said, do you know anything about the Super 8? I do know a lot actually about the Super 8. The description for the episode finally came up online, and it says, the highly anticipated Super 8 performance and there will be two. I'm reading this weirdly. The highly anticipated Super 8 perform, and then 2 will be unmasked on the all-new 2-hour special on April 21st. It says the top 4 singers in both Group A and Group B unite for a big sing-off in the Super 8 2-hour double elimination. So that's where it's called actually the Plot Chickens, which is, I guess maybe we get some clues for the Cluedo or something like that. But that's what we know about that episode. And yes, it is April 21st. Next week, Nick Cannon is back. I love Niecy. I think she did a great job. And I kind of wish she would stay on in some capacity. And according to you guys, in a poll that I put on Instagram yesterday, I asked you guys, do you want Niecy to be a part of the show and at what capacity? And funny enough, I was only talking about the Masked Singer. Majority of you guys were like, Joey, she should actually be the host of The Masked Dancer. Because Craig didn't have that much personality and blah, blah, blah. And this is you guys saying this. And interestingly enough, I can kind of guess that. Caitlin Cat says, so the rooster is not Nick. 100% not Nick. The rooster is someone that's never been on the show, not as a contestant, not as a judge, not as a host, not as a clue package voiceover person. So, And so Amanda Jones is right. Tonight is Niecy's last night as a host. Now, Group B consists of the Piglet, the Crab, the Chameleon, the Black Swan, and the Wild Card. Let me make it a little brighter. The Wild Card, who is, it's not the Pitbull. And I keep saying Pitbull because it's so much easier to remember. And I keep forgetting what it is, but it's the, gosh, see, I forget right now. It's the Bulldog. Oh, thank goodness. Bulldog. I finally said it right. And then someone's saying over there, well, if it's someone that hasn't been on the show, it's got to be Joey, the Cluedo. No, it's not me. I'm over here in New Jersey or in New York. There's no way I could have flown all the way to LA, quarantined for 2 weeks, which remember, this was in February. So good guesses, though. A lot of you guys are asking, who do I think is going to be revealed? We'll talk about that later. Right now, we're going to go through the clues, the pitch correct audio, and pretty much everything we know about this episode. Now, I did do a full preview video yesterday, if you want to go ahead and check that out. But we do know that we're getting introduced to another wild card. And if you actually go on the Masked Singer, actually you can go on their YouTube page or on their Instagram page, you will see that they put 2 videos up. One being about the crab, that after he's done performing, he kind of like feels like he's going to faint. And he quickly gets off stage and they throw him into his dressing room, which is cool because you get to see a behind the scenes thing. Try to say that 3 times fast. You get to see a behind the scenes thing where he runs into his little dressing room. You can see the photo of the crab. There's no name on there. There's no information. They take off his back shell because that's what it is in the back and his legs. And I mean, who this person is, who we've talked about in person. I mean, we've talked about this guy a few times, but anyway, he winds up going off stage to get a little breather and then does come back. And then the other video they uploaded, which was probably about 40 minutes ago, was, there goes my microphone again, was a video of the beginning of the episode talking about the wild card. And they go on to say, oh, you know, it's some kind of dog because you see some kind of dog there and blah, blah, blah. And so that's the only 2 preview stuff we have there. Lauren, first of all, thank you so much for the donation. She says some of the master clues are wrong, like the net worth, because it says 600 million. Kermit is 450. Caitlin is 10. Danny is 6. And I'm not sure about Logan. Not much would be left. That's true. Who knows? The master clues this year kind of really like got confusing. You know, the toes thing, we hammered that out. Kermit had 6 toes. But the other ones, like the divorces, how do you count that? The tattoos, you can't count. The Emmy wins, you can. But we were talking about in our Facebook group and our Instagram group, which of Kermit's Emmy awards count, right? Because as the Muppets, they have some. As Kermit, himself, he has, I believe it's I forget which one he has himself. It's weird. You don't know if it's the entire group or if it's just Kermit, considering it's under one umbrella of the Muppets. So, to be honest with you, it's kind of really hard to do that. I'm on what my source is. How do they know what Kermit's net worth is? The question is it Kermit the Frog or the actor who plays Kermit? And I mean, the actor who plays Kermit is not worth 450, but the franchise for Kermit is worth a lot of money. See what I mean? It kind of gets really hard. Pardon me real quick, guys. It's springtime. As you know, it's springtime around you. And my allergies are like awful. It's the worst thing in the world. But Lauren did go ahead and give a good point there. Seiger says, in your opinion, will there be somewhat full real audience for Masked Singer season 6? I mean, they'll start filming it in, if I do the math right, it would be, second week in September? By then, a lot of COVID rules COVID hopefully be gone by August. So we'll kind of see what happens there. But anyway, it seems like Julie's actually be walking in anyway. Doors unlocked, Joel. Julie is at work right now. I heard the keys. Guess that's not her. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the clues and the pitch correct audio. Now, if you have no idea, if you're brand new to this channel, first of all, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. If you do those things, it really helps this channel. It's a big support because ultimately, with the Google Analytics and the YouTube Analytics, we get pushed a little bit higher. Now, with the audio, I did an entire pitch correct audio for you guys this past Sunday. And if you're new to it, every single week we have these brand new clue packages. And in those clue packages, I cannot speak. In these clue packages, the celebrities are speaking, but Fox is smart. They're saying, we can't let them talk with their real voices because if we do, people are going to recognize it. So they take the audio They speed it up, they pitch it up, and that way you have no idea who it is. Now, I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, and it's my job to go ahead and make audio sound good. So I take that audio, I slow it down, I pitch correct it, that way we have the real celebrity voice. Now, I do like to pitch correct them when they're speaking to the judges because the audio is instantaneous, and so there's no delay, they're not messing around with the audio, and so ultimately, that's the audio we've been going with, except for the crab, because the crab was a new character, so I did the clue package. Yeah, long story short, there's a lot of stuff that goes on just to get the audio perfect. And I see a lot of questions in the comment section. I'll get to them in a second. Let me go back to the clues. So I'm going to start off with a Piglet for you guys, just because we're kind of, 40 minutes. I kind of want to get through these guys. Piglet clue says, making my debut on this stage with 4 days' notice was a wild ride, which means this person did not know they were going to be on this show. This person, either the person before him had gotten COVID and couldn't do it, or pulled it at the last second. He says, but I channeled my nervous energy with a love song that made me feel right at home. So it's someone who's used to singing some kind of love songs. He says, not everyone was a fan. Looking at you, Grandpa Monster. But when you got your eye on the prize, no pain, no tears, and no arch nemesis can stand in your way. He said that I always had the chops, but it was my competitive nature that made me a town home hero, which tells me this person is from a small town. It's kind of weird. I thought Julie would be home by now. When I got to the big leagues, I never anticipated a lifetime of competition with my arch rivals. But that only made me train harder because I never throw in the towel. So the other clues we had, which were the visual clues, was football, a whiteboard that says, don't be a ball hog, the number 3528 rushing, and a knight in shining armor. We also saw a football stadium, maybe someone who performed in a football stadium before. We saw a scoreboard that said the game was tied at 11 with 50-10 left to go with the ball on the third. His childhood crush was Meg Ryan, and now it's time for the pitch correct audio. I'm going to go ahead and play just a little bit of their audio, and then I'll go ahead and play our audio. And where is episode 4? Here we go. This is the Piglet audio. Here we go.
I'm a romantic. She's the queen of rom-coms.
Now here is the pitch correct audio.
I'm a romantic. She's the queen of rom-coms. It's a match made in heaven.
So who do you think it is? And now we've gone already and actually written his name underneath of him. It's hard to read from here. But let's see if you can all agree. Well, looks like the chat froze a little bit. We always get Andy with the Betty White over there. Kenya says Charlie Puth. I don't think it's Charlie Puth. Ian says maybe Tom Brady. I don't think it's him either, though. That'd actually be a really good guess. That'd be really cool if we could get Tom Brady on here. Though I don't think he would have been able to do it, right? Super Bowl 2021. What was the date for the Super Bowl? February 7th. I guess technically he could have. We're getting Steph Curry, we're getting Nick Lacey, or I forget. Someone pronounced it for me earlier. Pronounced. Let's see here.
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey, that's right. Sorry, Nick Lachey. Thank you. My God. Thank you to Google. My stupid dyslexia. You can never do anything right. So Nick Lachey looks like what everyone's saying. They say Nick Lachey may have a higher voice. It may. Hey, the whole thing is that the pitch correct may not be 100% correct when it comes to the pitch. I try my best, but to get at least a working voice, it's pretty darn good. So for the most part, it looks like everyone agrees, and I can't get to my marker because it's under everything. But for the most part, it looks like everyone agrees. Now, I want to remind you guys that on Friday, I will do a reveal video, so stay tuned to my YouTube page where the community tab is, which is on the front, where I go ahead and I put like a poll together asking you guys who we want to reveal. So if you want to see him revealed, or the Black Swan, or we already did the Chameleon, so it'd be the Crab, you let me know when we put that poll up. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue through. Next on our list is the Black Swan, and I love the Black Swan. I was actually talking to a friend of mine yesterday about the Black Swan because we once did an interview with her, and I met her, and she seemed really, really sweet and really nice, and she has an interesting story. So Rio says, how do you do polls? On YouTube, there's a section that's called the community tab. So if you open up YouTube, you go to the page that you like. Me, I like Joey Contino. I mean, that's me. So you click on the page, and you see up here it says home, videos, playlist, community. Okay. Then you see here, this is me teasing the show for today. Here's us talking about the pin, which I'll talk to you guys about that later because I just finally got them in. And here's ours from 6 days ago where we had 3,000 people vote, and you guys voted for the Chameleon. 49%, so just shy of 1,500, voted for us to reveal the Chameleon. So what's going to happen is on Thursday, I'll put that poll up, and then there you guys go. You go in there, you vote, and then you go forward with it. Anyway, let's continue on with the clues. We're going to go with the Black Swan. Black Swan says, just who is this powerful songbird? You tell me. I might have seemed confident last week, but honestly, I was terrified. It made me want to put into words how thankful I am to the person who gave me life and the confidence to start this journey. It hasn't always been an easy road for us. The higher I flew, the harder it became for them to keep up. I saw their heart breaking, so I had to let them go. It was the hardest decision of my life. Over time, I realized I was only able to soar because of the wings they gave me. Eventually, we were able to fly back to each other's lives just like birds of a feather do. I'm thankful we never gave up on each other, and I hope this performance shows them how much they mean to me. Visual clues included a penny and a nickel, which is 6 cents, and her childhood crush was D'Angelo. Now let's go through the pitch correct audio. Now, I do have to admit, her pitch correct audio is pretty spot on. Here's the audio that they gave us.
His voice and talent, he plays like every instrument. He's just the one for me.
And here's our pitch correct audio.
His voice and talent, he plays like every instrument. He's just the one for me.
And the voice to me, and I'm pretty sure majority of you guys went ahead and already said it here. I see this. Yep, a lot of you guys are saying Betty White, and it's not Betty White, Edwin. You're so funny. It looks like majority of you guys are going with JoJo. I think her real name is Joanna, if I remember correctly. She is such a sweetheart. And the story about her is she started singing very, very young. She got put into a record deal, and eventually she wanted more money. They were pressuring her to put out music. The worst thing you could do for an artist is force them to put out music when there's no inspiration. And so it didn't work out for her. And so for years, she tried to get out of this contract, fighting with them, finally got out of it and started releasing new music, I want to say last year. So JoJo, I'm very happy that she's on the show. We're halfway through the characters for Group B. Let's see here. I'm going through your comments real quick. And yes, not to confuse people, we're not talking about JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa, YouTuber, different. JoJo the singer, you may know her from Get Out. Get out right now, it's the end of you and me. Something like that. Something on the words of that. So, Edwin says, I never heard of any JoJo songs. Oh my gosh. Because I know as soon as I start playing it, just start playing it on here, it will like hit me with a copyright. So Get Out is one of her biggest hit. The other one after that was Baby It's You. That one she actually worked with JoJo. And I believe at that time, it was 2004. So some of you guys maybe were too young to know it. Gosh, does that date me? I mean, this song has 33 million views. Let's see. Gosh, yeah. I barely remember that one. But she's done a lot of songs. If you look her up, you'd probably be like, oh, yeah, I've heard of this one before. I've heard of that one before. A Little Too Late, yes. Oh, a little too late. It's another big. She's got really a decent amount of hits. So anyway, Lucas says 2004 when I was born. Oh my God, that makes me feel old. Oh, I'm not that old. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's continue. A lot of you guys were born in 2004. Nala. Nala ran over here. Whitney8605 is right. JoJo is so underrated. She's so talented. She's got a great personality. And I'm happy some of you guys are, oh my God, you were born in 2009. I graduated high school in 2009. Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, let's continue on. JoJo was in the Robin Williams movie RV before. Yes, that's true. He was. Pretty interesting. Someone says you can't find community. All right. For those who's asking about how you want to vote tomorrow and who you want revealed, the community tab, if you open up your YouTube app, okay, you type in your favorite YouTube page. Here's me. I'm loading myself because I'm my favorite, I guess. When you click on the YouTube page, you see how it says home, videos, playlist. If you move that over, not that, Joey. Come on. You get to community. And then there you'll see all the posts we do. Here's me teasing this episode we're on right now. Here's the pin, which we'll talk about a little bit. This is our recap of last week's episode. And then here, you can see 3.1 thousand people voted. And those who voted for the Chameleon, 49%, so just shy of 1,500. So join me tomorrow on there. I post a lot of announcements on there, or I put it on the website, Late Night Recap, which I want to update daily, but it doesn't happen as much. But anyway, so we've gone ahead. We've done the clues for the Piglet and the Black Swan. All we have left now is the Crab and the Chameleon. We did the Pig and we did Black Swan. Now we're doing the Chameleon and the Crab. Before I continue on, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We're trying to hit 40,000 subscribers before the end of this season. And with your guys' help, I think we can totally do that. Also, as a reminder, as we're going through tonight's show, I try to go ahead and upload the videos as fast as I can. So make sure you come back to this channel, say if you're in California or somewhere around the world and you can't watch it live. I will have those videos up for you. If you don't want to get any kind of spoiled on who was revealed, I do the reveal at like 9:09 p.m. It finally launches online. So make sure you go ahead. You could either don't come on at that time so you don't see it, or if you want to see it, make sure you come back there. Anyway, let's continue on for the Chameleon, who we did a reveal video for already. You have a half an hour to showtime. The video is only about 10 minutes, so you can go there, check it out, and come back. But he says, I knew if I was going to hold my own against these powerhouse singers, I just couldn't blend in. I had to stand out and let my flow shine. My whole life has been about embracing what makes me unique. I like that. And I made it my quest to help others shine too. When I was young, someone inseparable from me was constantly attacked for who she was. It was hard to witness, but I helped lift her up until she ultimately learned how to embrace what made her unique. But then tragedy struck and she was taken from me. It was the most difficult thing I think I ever faced. Now, his visual clues were a blue graduation hat, cheese, a taxi, colors black and yellow, with peaches on it in Taylor Supplies. His childhood crush was Selma Hayek? No, Selma Hayek. Hayek? Whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. Now, let's go ahead and play the pitch correct audio. Here's the audio they gave us.
I got a thing for hot ladies, and this chick right here is smoking.
Now, here's our pitch correct audio.
I got a thing for hot ladies, and this chick right here is smoking.
So, we already did the reveal video as Wiz Khalifa, but if you have any other guesses, let me know in the comment section. Let's see here. Okay. Bink. Looks like, yes, everyone's saying it's Wiz. Wiz. And Liz is right. That's right. Wiz Khalifa has a transgender sister who died recently, unfortunately. Anthony says, Joey, is Candy Burris coming back as a guest judge? I have no idea. I would love her to, though. We have 2 guest judges coming, Chrissy Metz and then I think Rita Wilson. I don't know why Chrissy's coming. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but I think they're really just trying to push her. I know she's trying to be a singer right now, but her music's kind of, Sorry, Chrissy. Some of you guys are saying Neo. I don't think it's Neo, though he just did the UK version of the show. That's pretty cool. And Theo's right. You do know him from See You Again with Charlie Puth. That song was massive. Absolutely massive. Colin says it could be Snoop Dogg. It's not. His voice doesn't match up for the pitch correct audio. Claire says, do you know who Rita Wilson is? I do know who Rita Wilson is. Rita Wilson, a.k.a. which is Tom Hanks' wife. She also does music, too. Also someone who I really don't understand why she would be on the show. I feel like they're just kind of throwing people on there, if you know what I mean. Andrew says the Bulldog is Nick Cannon. For the last time, folks, Nick Cannon is not a contestant on the show. He's not. I mean, ultimately, could he be the Bulldog? Was he healthy enough to be able to do the show? He would have been hosting, if you know what I mean. Lauren says, yeah, she's Christy from This Is Us. I've actually never watched that show. I'm not really a drama kind of person. Though I used to like Grey's Anatomy for a while there, but let's see here. It's pronounced, my name is short a lot. So, oh, Theo Lee. Gotcha. Anyway, Andrew says maybe it's a hoax. No. If the show hoaxed Nick having COVID, I would probably stop doing videos completely. Because that would be the most screwed up thing ever. I mean, I know people who died. I've got friends that are still dealing with complications from COVID from 4 or 5 months ago who almost died. So no, I think that if they went out of their way to fake Nick having COVID, I would stop watching the show and stop making videos. So no, stop saying that Nick is a character on the show. I'm actually being dead serious about that because that would be the most messed up thing they could ever do. Though they do keep on saying, no, Nick is not the Cluedo because the Cluedo is someone who's never been on the show. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, Corey says, no, that I can't erase Danny from here for some reason. I used Sharpie by mistake. I got to get rid of that. Anyway, before we continue on, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. I know I keep saying it, but we're trying so hard to try to get us to 40,000 before the end of this season. And I know we gained at least 2 subscribers during this live stream, so that's kind of cool. Lauren says, I think that you would like that if Patrick Dempsey was on this show because you look like Patrick Dempsey. And everyone always says that. I always get that I look like Patrick Dempsey. I don't know why. I don't see it. But, hey, it's a compliment. Anyway, I do want to talk to you guys about a few different things. Julia just came in. Hey, Jewel. I know I'm loud. I'm Italian. That's what happens.
It's a level of loud.
It's another kind of loud. Yeah. I feel bad for all of our neighbors.
Yeah, I feel bad for them too.
I always see, I can't talk low. Like, I can't talk like this. It's just too quiet for me. It's hard enough for me not to use my hands because I keep banging the computer or something.
Well, then don't.
I have to use my, if I don't use my hands, I can't speak. That's how they used to punish me as a kid. I sit on my hands and that's it. Game's over. Joey can't talk. Anyway. So there's a few things I want to talk about before we get into the crab. The first thing is we finally got our brand new Masked Singer pins in. That's right. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting. But, oh, there we go. It's Ken saying his famous phrase, I know exactly who this is. This is the same design that we have on our mugs and our T-shirts. It's really funny. I actually really like this one. So I just got 100 of these guys in. If you want to purchase these ones or the other Masked Singer ones, which is just the mask that says I knew it, we have them on site. Where'd it go? Sorry, feeling a little sick today.
I'm pretty sure the whole building knows it.
Knows what? About the Masked Singer pins? So this was the first one we did for last season. Now we have it here. So The Fabulous Masked Singer says, so if it is Nick, you are quitting. The Fabulous Singer wants to know, if Nick Cannon was faking COVID to be a contestant on the show, would I quit this thing? I probably would.
Would you quit what?
Quit doing these videos because I'd be so pissed off at Fox for doing that.
Don't over-exaggerate.
No, that's true. How many people we know who died from COVID, okay? If the show purposely faked that Nick had COVID and put him on as a contestant, I would be so pissed off.
I think that would be really messed up.
It'd be really messed up. Yes, yes. So anyway, so if you want to go ahead and get either this pin, what a segue right there, either this pin or this pin, I have them in the link description below. We also have this one as t-shirts and mugs and things like that and stickers, so you can check those out. Also, the one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about before we talk about the crab is I was on The Masked Singer Austria this past week. It was the coolest thing ever. I didn't have any idea about what was going on. Truth be told, I got a random message from a couple fans in Austria who said, hey, we were watching this 2-hour-long special of The Masked Singer Austria, and out of nowhere, you appear on our television. I'm like, what? I got messages by at least 30-something people who were watching it, and I was like, are you kidding? It's like obviously like noon our time over here, and I was like, are you kidding me? And eventually they put it online, and I got a copy of it. It's really cool. If you remember, I like to look at different versions of The Masked Singer. I mean, altogether, there's like 21 different versions going on at the same time. Plus, there's new ones coming, like the Philippines and Thailand. And long story short, I always do in the down season, or maybe if there's a week off, I always showcase different versions of the show just because there's so many different versions. Everyone does something a little bit different. That's the thing for your back. And ultimately, I was doing a story about different costumes from around the world. And I featured one costume, which wound up being the dumpling, which was on the Austria version. And I talked about it for a little bit. And they took that version, that quote I had, and actually added it into the special. So it was really, really cool and unexpected. And it was just really nice. It's pretty cool. I sent them a message thanking them, but I haven't heard anything back. But read your comments. Edwin says, have you seen La Mascarada? You mean the Mexican version of The Masked Singer? Yes. The Zola was my favorite. Let's see here. I'm going through your questions. The Crab is a big show. It is big show. It's not, but good guess, though. Anthony says, hey, Joey, is Yeti on tonight? No, tonight is the, what, you okay, Jewel?
Yes.
You couldn't open the pills, could you?
It's childproof.
Yes, and you're a child.
Correct.
Anyway, no, tonight is not, they want Nala, by the way. Tonight is not the Yeti. It is the, not the Bulldog. No, the Bulldog. I'm right. Okay, the Bulldog. I keep on saying Pitbull, but it's the Bulldog. So anyway, a lot of people are asking questions about Season 6. We don't know anything about Season 6. So nothing about that. Joey, who do we get unmasked tonight? Well, it depends. Normally, I'm able to tell you right now and then, like, oh, this person 100% is getting revealed. My guess would be the Chameleon, as he's the one with the weakest voice from last week's episode. But on this preview, we saw that the Crab had a panic attack on stage, which caused him not to sing as well. And so that is something that could happen. Then on top of that, we haven't heard the, not the Pitbull. I'm saying it wrong. I keep going back to the Pitbull.
Terrible.
Yeah, what was it, Joe? What did I say it was? Bulldog. See, I need my wife at home. We haven't heard the Bulldog yet sing. So my guess is that the Chameleon is going home. A lot of people are asking. Tasha Bear says, Nala and Julia, please make yourself known. Like they want to see you. But Julia's in her pajamas. Julia walked in the house and just went right into her pajamas.
I had a long day.
Long day. You were just home 4 hours ago. 3 hours ago.
And then I had to go back into the city. It's stressful.
You just shake your pills at me? That's so mean. At least if you're going to do that, make a music sound out of it. Shake, 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 shake your booty.
That's expensive pills What's your shade?
That's $190, man. Anyway, to continue on, a lot of you guys have got a lot of good questions here.
What?
Someone says, who is the chameleon? Well, I did a reveal video for the chameleon. You could check it out on this page, but we said it was Wiz Khalifa. So, Pre-Bolton says, chameleon's going home. His performance was garbage tonight. Wow. Whew. There's a clip of the crab getting adrenaline rush. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Joey, did you see the Masked Singer Instagram video? I did. They said they don't mind seeing you in your pajamas. You still have your makeup on. I still have my makeup on. I don't wear makeup. Julia gets upset with me because she puts lashes on girls for a living to give them full lashes, yet I have full lashes. No? Yeah, she's shaking her head no. Anyway, Ruth says maybe the twist is Nick coming back early to host and have two hosts. That would be amazing. I would love that. You're asking, did I see Chameleon's performance? I did. He really wasn't that good, but it's kind of hard. Ms. Superstar says, stop giving details about the show. If you've seen it already, please, guys. I mean, I haven't seen the show yet. It hasn't aired yet. I think the clue would do is Val Victorino. That'd be kind of cool. He's a magician. Who do I think is going to win this season? Ooh, either the Black Swan. Right now, maybe the Black Swan, I think, is my like lead. So that's my guess right now. Anyway, let's continue on. Will you make any video about Masked Singer Spain? I will. I'm going to try to hit every Masked Singer in the off season. So, who is the Bulldog? There's no clues yet. There's no pitch correct audio yet. So there's no way of knowing who's the Bulldog. Anyway, we have the clues for the crab left. We got 15 minutes until showtime. So let's go through them, yeah? All my life. That's how it starts. The second that I say all my life, what's the one thing that hits your head? A song, right? Don't you remember the song? All my life, I prayed for someone like you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
What? And I thank God that I finally found you.
No,
Oh my God, how do you not know that song? Was that not big in Ukraine?
clearly.
You know this song, Julia.
If I'm telling you that I don't know this song, then I probably don't.
Okay. I promise you, you know this song. Okay. Ready? I think this is it here. Sorry, guys. Come on. Does it sound familiar yet? You like my father, close to me. You like my sister.
It wasn't like big.
It wasn't
Like,
big.
I know the song, but
Yeah.
it wasn't big at all.
This song was like the go-to like high school dance song. You know, you just got done like dancing to Pitbull, and this song would come on. You'd awkwardly go around the building. Would you dance with me? Will you dance with me? I always got no's. I always got the no. You get away from me, you strange kid. Why are you so short? Those are the three things they always say to me. All of them in a row. Anyway, now that we established that Julia does know this song, let's let's go through the clues, shall we? All my life, I've dreamed of being a star, and I was blessed that my dream came true in a flash. Everyone around the globe wanted to be like me. I felt like a king crab. You like that? He's a blue claw crab, and he wanted to be a king crab. But with every blessing, tragedy seems to follow. It's been a struggle dealing with the darkness that has followed me and my family. We've endured so many twists, turns, and traumas, but through the pain, it's the love of my family that gives me the strength to stand back and be a star again. My song tonight is a tribute to the love and the family members that have gone before me, because after all the darkness, it's time to finally let the light back in. Visual clues included broken mirror, a calculator that says 2 + 3, old costumes from the Butterfly to the Bee, and his childhood crush was Janet Jackson. So, and Zachary Bush, I like what you're saying there. Anyway, Let's go through the pitch correct audio. Here is the audio. Where is the audio? That's a good question. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Here's the audio that they gave us.
All my life I dreamed of being a star. And I was blessed that my dream came true in a flash. Everyone around the globe wanted to...
Now here's the pitch correct audio.
All my life I dreamed of being a star. And I was blessed that my dream came true in a flash.
That's some good pitch correct
Everyone
audio.
around the globe wanted to be like me. I felt like a king crab, but with every blessing, tragedy seems to follow.
So, what are your guesses, everyone? What are your guesses as I try to get my marker out from underneath? Here we go. I like how everyone's writing how tall they are in the comment section, and they're all younger than me, yet they're all taller than me. They're all telling their height in there. It's really funny. Who's 5'5", who's 5'6". So all you guys are right. We're all going with BB, the king, Bobby Brown. So we're 12 minutes of showtime. Let's recap everything that we've done. And write on the board what everyone's guesses are. Ready? So we do know the clue-a-do, starting off from the beginning. The clue-a-do. So how tall are you, Joey? I am not tall. No one, I don't think anyone yet in this group has said my height yet.
He's the shortest person you'll ever meet.
No, I'm not that short. Now look up a picture of me and Julia standing next to each other. Julia can't wear high heels because of me. Please.
He only wears flats.
That's right. Her stand up. We'll compare heights.
Nope.
No, why?
Because I'm on pajamas.
Oh, you pajamas. I tried, guys. Anyway, the clue-a-do we found out is not someone that's already been on the show, not as a guest, not as a judge, not as a singer or a host. So it's not Nick. It's not Joel. We're having Group B perform, which is the Piglet, the Crab, the Black Swan, and the Chameleon. And we have a wild card, which is the, not the pit bull, it's the, not the pit bull.
Bulldog.
Bulldog. You have to look at me when I point to you. You got to tell me.
I'm not looking at
Or
you.
it's not the pit bull, it's the,
Bulldog, Joe.
thank you.
I am not looking at you.
You should look at me. I'm not. Anyway, we went through all the clues and pitch correct audio for your guesses. For the Crab, you guys are saying that it is Bobby Brown. Which I still can't believe that he's on this show because, I mean, he just lost his son like last year. It takes a lot to come on this show. The Piglet, you guys are saying, is Nick Lachey. The Chameleon, we already did a reveal video for him. We said it was Wiz Khalifa. Someone says I'm 5'4". Nope, still too tall. And then the Black Swan we're going with is JoJo. That's right, and I already have JoJo on there. Now, the main question is the wild card going to take the seat of one of the other singers, or is, I don't know, I still think the Chameleon is going home. Let's erase this. Now, for those who don't know, you can get this entire board for free, including the brand new playing cards we just finally added, which was the Orca and the Crab. If you go back to my other videos, just look for the photo of the board. Wow, I just realized the backlight's not on. Oh, see? That's so much better now. What? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? They're all still going through my height. I'm talking about the Masked Singer, and all they want to talk about is my height. Did I start it? I don't think so. Funny thing is, I actually don't remember now.
What's your driver's license?
Where's my driver's
You're
license?
an old man.
I'm not an old man. Where are you going?
Your driver's license.
Oh my gosh, she's getting my driver's license. Anyway, so I think everything else. So yeah, so we went through all the clues, the pitch correct audio. Was that wrong?
That tall.
I am. I'm that tall. Thanks.
Like pocket size.
I am a pocket size. I'm a fun. It's like the candy. It's a fun size. Oh, that's what I could find for you, by the way.
It's fine. Thanks.
That's the only thing they sold at Target.
Thanks.
That means you don't like it. It's not going to work.
It's good. I'll make it work.
You'll make it. It says it's a glass cleaner. Anyway, so
They didn't have a
we.
dish soap?
No, they didn't. There was green or that one. Complaining about dish soap. Anyway, Corey says, "Did you get your driver's license last week? Just you always talk about." No, I've always had my driver's license. Oh, Julia hates that song. The Olivia Rodriguez
I'm sorry.
the driver's
She has
license.
a great voice, but that song drives me bananas.
That song
Can
drives you
someone take away
bananas.
her driver's license, please? Ready.
Merlin says, "Where can you get your board again?" Just go through the YouTube videos a few weeks back, and you'll see this on there. And then if you scroll down through the description, there's a drop box. Anyway, someone says, "Are you standing up right now?" No, this is me standing up right now. My wall is taller than me. My board is taller than
The
me.
easiest way, go through his Instagram
I'm sitting at the
and look
moment.
at the pictures. Just go through his Instagram.
My wife is so mean. But anyway, Corey just says Olivia Rodrigo just dropped a new song, and it's a banger. Woohoo!
Why? They took away her driver's license?
They took away her driver's license, so now she can drink and really party. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, is Julia shorter than me? No, Julia's taller than me by like 8 inches. Right, Jewel?
What?
You're like taller than me by like 8 inches.
Not really.
It's 7 inches?
No, it's
It's more than 6.
no, it's like 4.
No,
That's what you have in your driver's license.
that is wrong.
Okay, I'm 5'7".
You're 5'7". Are you really? You're
Yes.
5'7" and a half.
I'm 5'7".
Okay.
So there you have
Let's
it.
just buy another jacket.
Just run out the suit.
This is not a pillow. Anyway, if you guys have any questions about the show while the show is going on, you can send me a message on Instagram at Joey Contino. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. We just lost 2 followers on YouTube. How does that work? I have no idea. But if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We're trying to go ahead and hit 40,000 by the end of the season. Remember, as the show is going live, I am going to be putting the videos online, okay? So as soon as I come on, give it like a 10-minute, 11-minute delay because you have to export the video and then put it online, so it takes a little bit of time. But anyway, we've got about 4 minutes to go. If you haven't done so yet, you can get your Masked Singer pin. I actually just shipped out about 10 of these today. Or you can get the other one we have, and that just made a hole in my shirt. No, it didn't. Okay. And yeah, let me see if you guys have any other questions before I go. And it can't be about my height. Someone says, you just said you're 4 and 11 and a half. I'm not. Joey looks too tall to be under 5 feet. Thank you, Corey. I'm not under 5 feet. Though, isn't Frankie under 5 feet, Joel?
No.
She's what?
She's just over.
I have a twin sister, and she is shorter than me.
She's just over.
And you got to remember, my hair also gives me a nice 1.5 inches, too. It's a lot of hair. Joey, do all Curry? I don't know what that means. Joey, who's the wild card coming tonight? It is not the pit bull. It is the... Joel?
What?
It's not the pit bull. It's the...
It's the.
The what?
It's the.
The what? It's not the pit bull. It's what?
It's a bulldog.
Bulldog. Thank you. I can't remember it.
Should I write it down?
No,
somewhere?
thank you to Lauren. She says, are the shirts come in different sizes? They do. I don't know them on top of my head, but They're saying that I'm mean to you.
He's always mean like that.
Look, Lily's not wearing pajamas, so I can show her. Back up, will you? Back up so they can see her. Oh, Here's my wife. Hi. I stand on my tippy toes to hug her. See? And the only way I'm taller than her is if I get on a chair, and now I'm taller than her. Hi. But yeah, this is us. I'm very small.
That you are.
Anyway, back to the live stream. So we have about 1 minute to go. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, again, subscribe. If you can, whenever I put up a new video, please like it right away so you can help me out with the Google Analytics. Last week, we got one video that went 50,000 views. So I appreciate it if you could do that. Anyway, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, give this video a thumbs up. They're asking if you're wearing high heels, and she's not wearing any shoes.
I'm literally barefoot.
She is barefoot. So, yeah. And they want Nala.
I just want to crazy.
They want Nala. Nala!
She's not bad.
No, she's not. She knew what I was talking about.
Oh, she was a second ago.
They want a Nala cameo. No?
Sorry.
Nala doesn't want to be a part of the cameo.
I'm sorry, Rude.
Nala says, hi. Hi. She's looking out the window. Do you see something outside? Oh, you're looking at mommy now? Say hi, everyone. I'm Nala. I like to jump on Dad's keyboard while he's working, even at 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, guys.
Zoomies at midnight.
I love to do Zoomies at midnight. Anyway, we got to go, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, turn on notifications. Give this video a thumbs up. And Nala will love you forever. Want to take the little girl?
No, just put it in.
It's the circle of life. Here we go.
We'll wait Simba down.
Nah. Anyway, guys, stay safe. I'll be putting the videos as they go on, so make sure you stay tuned. See you later, guys. Bye. A lot of fur.